Okay, so let's take a look at number 24. This is a situation where we have the actual scores, okay? And this is going to be a test about the standard deviation. So it says the annual salaries in dollars of 10 randomly chosen parole officers are listed. At alpha equal 0.1, is there enough evidence to reject the claim that the standard deviation of the annual salaries is 4,250? Okay, so what I first want to do is write the claim in terms of the parameter. It's a claim about standard deviation, so my parameter is going to be sigma. Okay, so my first step is to write sigma is equal to 4,250, and this is the claim. Okay, so because it contains the case of equality, this makes the claim the null. So this forces the alternative to be not equal to 4,250. Okay, so let's go ahead and calculate the test statistic. Remember, the formula is n minus 1 times s squared over sigma squared. Okay, so in this problem, n is equal to 10. We're going to need the sample standard deviation. When we input it, we'll go ahead and square it. And we're given sigma from the problem, but when we put it in there, we're going to have to square that also. Now, in this problem, we aren't given the summary data. Okay, we're just given the raw scores. So to get S from the calculator, remember we have to go to one variable statistics. Okay, so to first do that, you want to make sure the data is in a list. And before class, I went ahead and inputted all the values. Okay. Okay, so going back to my stat menu, right arrow over to calc, one variable statistics. I can clear out that frequency list and press calculate. My sample standard deviation is, and I want to carry it out somewhat far, okay, to get the best possible answer. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and carry it out 4 decimal places, okay, 0.6747. Okay. Okay, now inputting into the test statistic formula, I've got 10 minus 1 times the sample standard deviation, and I need to square that, over the claimed variance. Now the claim is in terms of the standard deviation, so I definitely want to go ahead and square that. Okay? Okay, so inputting into the calculator, I have 9 times 3621.6747 squared, and I want to divide that by 4,250 squared. Okay, so my test statistic is approximately 6.536. Okay. Now, in the next video, I will get the test statistic in p-value more accurately. StatCrunch can do this test. Okay, so let's go ahead and find the critical values. I have 2 because this is a two-tailed test. Okay, and I need my level of significance. In the problem, it's 0.10. So I want to sketch a skewed right distribution, and I'm going to be finding 2 critical values. Okay, and because I divide alpha in half, I'm going to have 0.05 amount of area in each tail. Okay, so remember the chi-square table reads from the critical value to positive infinity. So let's go ahead and find this upper critical value first. My degrees of freedom is equal to 9. So I'm going to read down to 9 degrees of freedom and over to 0.05. Okay, so I have a critical value of about 16.919. Now for this lower critical value, I need to remember that since I'm reading from the critical value to positive infinity, I need to include all of the area to the right. Okay, so it's going to be this 0.9, which is between these two, plus this 0.05 more. Okay, so I want to read in the table over to 0.95. Okay, so I've got 9 degrees of freedom, and I'm reading over to 0.95. So that lower critical value is 3.325. Okay, so comparing our test statistic to the two critical values, I'm in between them. Okay, so I'm about here. So my decision will be to fail to reject the null. Okay, so because I'm failing to reject the null, I am supporting the claim. So the question is there enough evidence to reject the claim? Okay, so there is not enough evidence to reject the claim. And then you could write the claim here. Okay, so there is not enough evidence to reject the claim that blah, blah, blah. The standard deviation of the salaries is 4,250. Okay, so in the next video, I go ahead and do this in StatCrunch, and I get that p-value.